Humans, assemble. No, doesn't work. Yeah, didn't think so. Hey guys, how are you all today? Doing a brand new review. As you can tell, it's for the Avengers, Age of Ultron. Yes, I was pumped last night to see the advanced screening. You guys don't know how pumped I was. I was waiting for this for so long, and now like last night when I got into the theatre, I sat down, I had about 5 or 6 friends with me, and we're just like, guys, we're at the Avengers, like. But yes, I got to see it last night at advanced screening. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Most of the countries don't get it till May 1st. I'm so definitely seeing this again and again and again and again and possibly again. And maybe again and again. Maybe. It's definitely. Not maybe, it's definite. So guys, in case you don't know what this film is about, I know, right? Pretty much Tony Stark, at the end of Iron Man 3, he got his little light thing removed. So now the new one, he's like Tony Stark. He still has all his Iron Man gear and shit, and he's still being Iron Man, just without his chest plate actually in his body. So pretty much what Tony Stark has done is he's created AI. What he did was try and build this program called Ultron, where it would be AI to try and save the human race. But it kind of turns on him and sort of tries to extinct the human race. So it's about the Avengers going on one final ride. Well, not one final ride if you know there's a part 3, but going on a final ride for, you know, according to them, trying to bring down Ultron. That is the basic synopsis of what this film is about. There's a lot more detail to that in the actual film, but that's just your sort of basic plot. I think everyone got that from the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, like, I have no words for you. Like, why are you even on the review if you haven't seen the trailer yet? Anyway, my thoughts on the film. Brilliant. Brilliant. I have, like, no words to explain how good this was. Like, the visual effects were amazing. Like, they blew me away. Obviously the cast and the acting was phenomenal from everyone. Even though I'm not a big fan of Captain America, yes I know, kill me. I actually liked him in this. He was really good. I sort of started liking Captain America during Winter Soldier. I was never really a big fan of him from the first Avengers or the first Captain America. But he's slowly growing on me. And yeah, I really did like this film. It was fantastic. Okay, so in this film, obviously these films have their sort of quirky bits, their little jokes. I found that this one had a lot more of those sort of quirky little jokes from Tony and, you know, Captain America than in the first one. They had a lot more in this one. And they worked a lot better than from the first one. I personally think they worked a lot better. There was a lot more of them. I think they really worked well. You could tell they were really thought out. Those little quirky jokes, a couple of them you could see that like Robert Downey Jr. had just put in there. Just for, you know, being funny. You know, we all know how Robert is on set. But yeah, all the jokes really did work way better than the first one's sort of little jokes they had in there. The 3D in this was absolutely incredible. I'm going to show you my 3D glasses. Stay there. Look at them. I don't know if that's going to focus on them. Is that focusing on them? Yeah, there we go. They are nice. The Captain America ones. Because they had like Iron Man ones and Ultron ones. But these ones were the best. So let's wear them for the rest of the... But yeah, the 3D was incredible. Definitely better than the first one's 3D way better. I mean, of course it's going to be better because this is like 3 years later. 3D has advanced, but the 3D was so much better, especially in the opening scene. That lasers flying everywhere and shit just gone. Yeah, that really just happened. Anyway, though, guys, the 3D was incredible. It really was just amazing. You can really see that they used the 3D the most in the start and the end, and really just sort of lack it in the middle. There were still some pretty good 3D moments in the middle section, but they were really rare. Like, I took off my glasses so many times throughout the film just to rub my eyes and, you know, whatnot. And like, nothing was phasey during some scenes, so it was just like, you know, not all scenes in this movie were 3D, so to speak. But it really did work in the scenes that, you know, the battle scenes and all those sorts of things. Obviously, the 3D scenes aren't going to work well in scenes of just, you know, of Tony Stark talking or, you know, Banner talking. There really is no 3D to put in there, so you can, those are the bits that were like, we don't need 3D here. It was really just for the action sequences, which worked phenomenally. Let's talk about Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver here, guys. I'm trying to get all the positives out first, and then I'm going to move on to the 2 negatives I have. I only have, I think, 2 negatives about this film, and they're not really even that negative. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Scarlet Witch, I had my doubts about these 2 characters from seeing them in the trailer and hearing about them, who was going to play them, yada yada yada. I must say, Scarlet Witch blew me away. I found her character to be great. I didn't have any problems with her character. She was great. Her power was kick-ass. She played that so well. I really did have my doubts about her being Scarlet Witch, but I'm like, at the end of the film, I'm like, she did awesome. I like her. She's better than Black Widow. Yes, I really did just say that. What is Black Widow's purpose, please? I don't read the comics. What is her purpose? Like, there were so many times throughout the film where she's like, I have no use. I'm just an assassin. And I'm like, yeah, you got that right. I just said that. Yeah, there were, I don't know. Maybe if she had her own standalone film, it should be a better character to me, but it just seems like, you've got a gun. What can you possibly do? Like, for this entire film, how many of these, you know, Ultron thingies did you kill? Like, seriously, like, 3? You had a gun. They really need to do more with her character. If they did something else with her character, I think it would work. But 99% of her scenes in this film were just talking. The only battle scene she really got was like, maybe, I don't know, a minute. You would see her on the screen for a minute fighting in various places. She really didn't get much screen time during fight scenes. Maybe if they put her in more fight scene, I would probably like her a little more. I don't hate her character, it's fine. She's a little useless in the Avengers movies, but that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments, guys. Does she have, like, a purpose later on or something? I don't know. Like, she just seems a little useless to me. But yeah, I think Scarlet Witch, she played an amazing character, not to go off topic with Black Widow. I think Scarlet Witch did awesome in this, and I can't wait for the 3rd Avenger movies part 1 and stuff, because she's going to be in that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, but I think she did an amazing character. I think she worked really well in these films, so good choice, casting people. Now on to the last positive before we move on to the negatives. Jarvis. Come on, really? Did they really just do that to Jarvis? Like, Jarvis, like, kicked ass, like, literally. And you guys, some of you are probably confused out there. Just go see the film. Jarvis in this is, like, epic. Like, you never really hear from Jarvis. You hear his voice and stuff, but, like, I was, like, freaking out during this movie because of Jarvis, and I'm like, that did not just happen. That did not just happen. But yeah, this Jarvis really did kick some ass in this movie. He was a badass. Yeah, that's right. I said that he was a badass. So that's all the positives, guys. If you don't want to see my 2 negatives for the film, I don't mind if you click off the video. Maybe go watch one of my other ones. But they're not really even negatives, even that much. They're really just minor things. So, yeah. So the first negative I have, they're not even really negatives. I'm not going to call them negatives. I'm just going to call them, I don't know what I'm going to call them. I really should be reading the comics, guys. I don't read the comics. I'm a big live action Marvel fan, don't get me wrong. I do love my Marvel movies. I just never got around to reading comics. I've always been too busy or whatever to read the comic books. And I probably should, because I kind of lost it in the middle of this film during a couple of little bits, and I always had to ask my friend Jared, because I'm like, what is that? And he'd be like, that's that. I'm like, good to know. But I probably should really read the comics, because it would really help. I think I asked him 2 questions during the film. I don't want to spoil it, because if I say what I was confused about, it's going to spoil a lot, and I mean a lot. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's not even a negative, but I put it in negatives. I don't know why. The probably only one I could call negative is this one, Quicksilver. Yeah. I don't have a problem with him doing his character. When they first brought him in, I did have my doubts. More doubt than I did when I saw the trailer. I don't have a problem with the guy who played him. I have a problem with his accent. I think they tried to change his character a little from, X-Men Days of Future Past, because obviously the 2 guys from Kick-Ass were like, hey, let's just do 1 each. But I think they tried to give him an accent to sort of give the 2 differences from the X-Men Quicksilver to now the, this Quicksilver. I think they could have done a different approach than just a really crappy accent. It was like a Scandinavian accent. It was like really, really weird. His character was good. He did progress over the film. By the end of the film, I loved his character, don't get me wrong. But at the start of the film, I'm like, what is with your accent? No, that is so fake. You can tell it was fake. But yeah. That would probably be the only negative and such, was his accent. That was the only probably thing I didn't really like about this film, was Quicksilver's accent. If you've seen the film, you know how bad and tacky his accent was. That's pretty much it for this review, guys. Did some positives, did a negative. There's really nothing negative about this film. I mean, it's Avengers. Yeah, it's Avengers. There are really no negatives whatsoever. I'm getting a cold. All of a sudden, I'm just getting blocked up. I don't know why. But that's all for this review, guys. Don't forget to hit that like if you liked my review of The Avengers. Let me down a comment. When are you guys going to see Avengers? Have you already seen it? Did you get an advanced screening like I did? So over here in Australia, it was released on the 23rd of May. That's today. I got to see it yesterday on the 22nd of April. I meant April, not May. 23rd of April is when it got released officially in Australia. And I think in the UK as well, I think. I'm not too sure. I know the US gets on May 1st. So, in your face. Joking. But yeah, I got to see an advanced screening yesterday. It was even an advanced screening for Australia, because it was a day before the official release day here. But, guys, I'm going to shut up now, because I'm babbling. I always babble at the end of my videos, and I'm still doing it. Shut up. Give this video a like if you like it. Let me down a comment what your thoughts are. When are you going to see Avengers? Really love to hear what you guys think of the film. Leave a link down below, guys, if you've already done your movie review. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And you guys don't forget, I almost forgot what I was about to say. Don't forget to hit subscribe to my channel. It really does help. So yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to click on one of my other videos at the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.